What's up, fakesters? It's baking. I'm Jacob. He's Jackson, and man, I hate our third guy. He's gone. He's gone for
Who?
good.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Uh,
Don't check the logs, but it's only been us, and it
oh
always will be.
yeah, it's always us, just us two.
Yeah, no, there's never been a single What are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm talking about. What were you talking about?
I wasn't talking about anything. You're misremembering.
I think you're mis. I think I am. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, no problem. I'm really good at knowing this stuff. So Jacob,
Yeah,
you went bowling today. How was that?
I did go bowling today. I did pretty well.
Ooh,
Now that my bowling ball, I'm bowling real good.
you got a new ball.
I got a new ball.
Ball update.
It's yeah, the ball I mentioned last week. I finally got it. It's form fitted to my right hand, and I my average
Bro,
was
you just
higher.
stopped yourself. You're a right-handed person. Shit.
Damn it. Well, anyways, my bowl is, you know, I had an average of 114, 14 points higher than my average from last time. This
It's
today, I had no sub 100 game.
You know what my average is?
Like two.
30.
Nice.
To be fair, I was playing Tetris the second game.
If you play professionally, if you got a 30, you would get boosted up to 200 points immediately.
I'm
If
golf
that was
rules.
your average.
That's funny.
Anyways,
So you're enjoying bowling?
I'm enjoying bowling.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, it's a fun hobby that I can spend time with people in town.
So true. Friends, as they say. Having social activities is crazy. I don't
I
have
know, right?
those.
It's a rarity.
Honestly, I'm bored, so I was impulsively just gonna go on a hike tomorrow. But
Yeah,
I may
I
or
think
may
that's what
not.
it's been. I've been impulsive being like, hey, you want to go bowling?
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, hey, this third person, want to go bowling and see what happens.
Oh, was the third person? We
I
can
don't.
say their names.
Yeah,
Is it
This.
Danny?
Yeah, I was gonna go. Hey, Liam. Since you're here in the weekend, you want to go bowling?
Oh, that's what you mean by third. What? Who?
Yeah. Huh?
Huh?
What are we talking about again? Bowling?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either. Weird.
Yeah,
Anyways.
but so you're gonna go bowling with somebody, in my opinion, has dubious reputation. I would never
Yeah.
do anything with them ever, and there are no
Hmm.
documented instances of me on the internet doing anything with them.
Yeah. I would do it undocumented. Maybe with Ryan there as well. Maybe Danny. I'll try and get Danny out of
Danny's probably
it.
busy, unfortunately.
Probably.
Let's see. Yeah, well, yeah, I think I'm gonna go on a hike tomorrow and just do stuff because
Yeah, hikes are fun.
I might need to. All my problems is I have to plan things in advance with people, and it makes me super anxious to plan things because I have to reach out normally.
Hmm. Yeah, I like the I think we I like it when we plan things, but like it sometimes gets frustrating when you're like the only person who's reaching out
Yeah.
and asking questions and whatnot. Were
What's
you going with anyone, or are you just like hiking by yourself?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna hike by myself because I feel like that's a lot to last minute go. Hey, do you want to climb up a mountain?
Yeah. Where are you hiking?
Uh, I don't want to dox myself, but
Oh yeah,
it is a famous spot in the city I am in.
nice. I'll look that up later.
I will tell you just after this ends,
That's also fair.
because you are allowed to know. I would never dox. I would never let you know where I live, though, Jacob, because I could. That'd be terrible. Getting
Yeah.
doxed by somebody I don't trust.
Hmm.
Doxing myself to because this is the bad bit. I'm going hiking tomorrow. I might try to do something impulsively with a friend I haven't talked to in a while, or
Yeah,
something. There are people here that I know and I should talk to, and I'm bad at it because it scares me.
I resonate with that feeling. Except I don't know anyone. I know like even less people that I don't talk to.
Shit.
Anyways, hiking is fun. Make sure you bring water and be paranoid
Well, it's like it's not a hard
if you're
trail.
alone.
It's not a
If
hard
you're alone.
trail.
I'm not talking about like the difficulty of the trail, just like other people.
I mean, this is a very frequented spot.
Oh, never mind.
Like
That's
this
fun.
is a heavy like site where people go, and it is like technically a park, like of the city.
I see. Cool.
Yeah, but I'll do that. A side note, unrelated. I just bought soap, but the soap I have is like in a weird container that looks vaguely drink like, and I picked in the labels vaguely drink like. So I picked it up and I almost drank it. Thankfully, one, I haven't opened the soap, so there's like a foil thing stopping me from. Oh no, there's not. But there's also a little cap, which is not like my water bottle, which I am putting in its place.
You should probably put the soap in your bathroom.
I don't have a bathroom.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's also dish soap. I have it because I need to clean my water bottle.
Oh, dish soap. Nah, that's a handy thing to have.
Yeah. Um, I was gonna say something else, but I like the silly goofball I am. Don't remember. It wasn't about. Oh yeah. Periodically, we will be checking in on your bowling escapades,
Nice.
as we are invested and have vested interest in it.
You're going to go bowling?
Not now or anytime soon. Maybe next weekend,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is great for the bowling community.
The bowling community is popping off, right, bowlers?
Yeah.
Do we have any bowlers in chat? We don't have a chat. We don't have any comments, actually.
It's up for you, Bakesters, to become some baking bowlers.
The baking bowlers?
Before the next episode.
Bro, the Streamer Bakery Bowling Podcast, though. We have added way too many adjectives, and this is honestly not the most we've had at one point.
Yeah.
I'm worried that this will get found out really quickly by like just one of us slipping up or by proxy of certain events that have transpired.
Yeah, I think recording the gameplay for the last bit was with several people on call was not a good idea.
We should have done that like in a personal call or even yeah.
It's whatever though. I mean, I think that person is currently stuck on going, okay, I need to look up Bed Wars content. So I don't think we'll ever pop up.
Yeah, I think you give him too much credit in what he's doing. I think he's just like, I think this is like this and I won't do anything about
it. I mean, I didn't say he'll find us out. I mean, I just thinking along the
Well, he's
lines
the only one that really cared.
That's true.
It's so funny. Speaking of things we care about, Jacob, do you care about the new Zelda?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like the idea of merging just random crap together.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. It's gonna be.
I can't wait to hear Matthew Mercer going, "Leave no survivors."
That is true. For all you gamers out there, we're both Critical Role heads and gamers, so we're a big Matthew Mercer fan. When they told me that Matthew Mercer was voice acting Ganon, I was like, I don't believe you. You're gaslighting me because we have a very healthy friendship. But I believe them now because I googled it and I'm excited.
I think like he voiced like Ganon one time before in like a. I don't.
Did?
I think it wasn't like I don't think it was an official thing though.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I think that was a Smash Bros. Brawl video that he and Marisha were. That was like one of their first things on the internet.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That one, we both knew that, and two, that's wild. Jacob, do you have any topics you want to talk about?
can't think.
Any fears? Any uh jokes? Do you have a knock knock joke?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Bowling.
Bowling. Who?
Bowling right on through your face.
Oh shit! Fuck. Next time we can workshop that off camera.
Yeah.
I have a really good one. Hey Jacob, is your refrigerator running?
No.
Well, that's bad. Your food might spoil.
Yeah.
Okay, tough crowd.
It has.
Tough crowd. Oh, okay. In other news, I finished Final Fantasy Endwalker main story, not counting post game content.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. So,
so are you still calling Shadowbringers your favorite?
I am, because I did like the ending a lot. I had some minor nitpicks. I'm not going to talk about it because our co-host hasn't beaten it, and I feel like Endwalker is too soon to
And
be
he's definitely going to watch this video to learn what we talked about.
I think he might, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really liked it, and it's an easy number 2. The problem is that so they do something at one point, and it's the hypest shit in the game. Like that's peak fantasy for me. That at the, like one of the trials, that shit bangs. I have the music for that on my phone. I bought the song.
Yeah, I know I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
That level 87 dungeon, and then.
Well, yeah, that whole area, like the interactions, phenomenal.
And then you go to doing random like chores.
And then you go eat fruit with rabbits. It genuinely ruined like the momentum. Like there was so much going for it. Like I was like, okay, I see how they're like, this is my favorite expansion, and I almost agreed. I was like so close, and then they pulled that shit, and I genuinely had a bad time. It makes me so upset because it was so good. It had so much potential, and they just said, "Fuck you. We're not gonna do this."
Yeah, I think that Shadowbringers kept that momentum because after Yomor, then it's not like you do something simple. You build the the Xenoblade reference out of the ground.
True. Like it is like some minute tasks, but it's like really based.
And then like the last area is like trying to find the final boss.
Yeah. And it's like, and any other downtime you have, I feel the problem is it's like they went from like 100 miles per hour and then they hit a school zone.
Yeah.
And
it was like, oh wait, how are we supposed to? Oh yeah, we have to do this to do that to get there.
Yeah, and it's like, what in the world? Why did they do that? They had it. They could have had it all. But like in Shadowbringers, they do a really good job of slowly like just
building up the pace.
Yeah, or slowing down the pace for a moment to kick it back into high gear as you enter the. Because I'd say the final area in Shadowbringers is not like a very like high tension, high strung like it is in I feel like the vibe is different.
The vibe, I think the vibe is high strung because like you're at that point you're on the non-existent timer of becoming a White Warden.
Okay, yeah. Spoilers for Shadowbringers, by the way. I should have said that actually. Oopsies. Yeah, but like, it gives like you're resting and recovering, so it's not like you are going fast-ish, but like you are also like the break between where you're like sitting there taking a nap, and that all makes sense. And there's some slow development, and it's fine because they ease you into it, and it's not having fruit with rabbits.
Right. Yeah.
There's like an incredibly serious moment, and then like they have a comedic moment with the rabbits, and I don't think that was well planned and tied into the game.
Yeah, it was not.
But after that. So you are on the Endwalker. Like Endwalker is thegoat.com. Like that's your favorite?
Uh, honestly, I think it's an even between the two. But
Really?
I really like both of them, and like I think Endwalker's just slightly above because I really like the last zone.
I'm a big fan of the the last zone. Like it's
I
not my favorite, but it is up there.
I really like the soundtrack for that zone. After after everything.
So I my first impression of it after vocals were added, I'm like, this sounds like some type of Christian gospel music, like in a modern sermon. And it was really funny to me because I couldn't help but feel like I'm praising or like being told to praise Jesus all the while all that shit's happening. And honestly, kind of thematic. Like I'm a decent fan of that.
There's
It's
so many details I want to talk about, but
yeah, no,
we're
that's
not going
not
to
the place
spoil
for this.
Endwalker.
I just needed to say a little about it because it is a topic for discussion, and we don't have any of some crazy ideas that just flabbergast and make make me dubious uh of dubious quality, one might say.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would never say that about anybody, and I haven't. There's no record of me doing so. But I think that it is harder now because I have like three topics.
Mm-hmm.
But onto the next topic. And Walker's soundtrack's pretty good. There's some music that bangs.
Yeah, I really like Endwalker's soundtrack.
I haven't gotten to the post stuff. I know that you and Simon have said that it slaps.
Yeah, some of the dungeon themes and like the post Endwalker stuff is really it. I like most of them so far.
Yeah, I heard they're
Just
all really good.
uh,
And I don't think it goes as hard as Shadowbringers, but
it does not go as hard, but it's still a pretty good track for post game.
yeah, I think there are in main story
It,
there are
it
two songs I really like.
mm-hmm.
I like Flow Together, and then Endwalker Footfalls, obviously.
Yeah, Endwalker Footballs is really good.
I watched the trailer for Endwalker after I beat the game because they do spoil some stuff.
Yes, they
Um,
do.
go ahead.
They definitely spoil like some major points
Yeah,
in the
and we will say them
trailers.
out loud right now. This is a bit. We will not. But yeah, I agree that they do spoil. I agree with what I asserted. Yeah, they spoil some things, but those trailers look so good. Like, imagine if the game was like that. Like, if that it looked like that, that would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I keep thinking about it, and I wish that I could just play that. It'd be so good. Like, and shaders are good, and they help a lot. But like sometimes this is an MMO and it's a bit crusty.
Personally, I don't use any shaders or the external stuff.
Yeah. I tried to do like an eye changing thing after I went to that one area because well one of our friends has some really awesome like not like the
Yeah, they have
glowing eyes and stuff.
they have a really cool like shaders going.
Yeah, and like I'm a big fan of uh well I wasn't able to get them to work like in a way that I wanted, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to beat Endwalker more than, you know, get glowing eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized I looked a little too much like one of the characters that has glowing eyes to do that. So I'm like, maybe I should be a little original. I was like, I'm not gonna do that, and instead I'm going to play the game. But I do have shaders, and they like I put them on in Shadowbringers, and they enhanced it like noticeably.
So now that you've beaten the game, never mind.
Oh, were you about to just drop a major spoiler?
No, no, I wasn't gonna say any spoiler thing, but I was gonna possibly say stuff like get a stock, so I stopped.
That's a good thing to not say. I do already have to remove one instance of doxing.
Yeah, some post production.
I have to edit. Fuck. It's work. We knew that when we started the bit, and I was willing.
Wait, when was the first instance?
You mentioned the school that you went to earlier in this recording. But
Oh,
yep.
damn.
Don't worry, I'm looking out for you.
We'll edit in post.
That is, I'm probably gonna put like a Vine Boom sound effect over it. Future me, if you did that, we're fucked. Well, we're not fucked, and that's part of the issue.
All of the sound just gets blanked out. Like the audio just stops and you just hear. Ooh.
It'd be funny. Oh, I have to find it, bro. Editing. That's crazy. I had to re-download my editing software to do like the Bed Wars video because I didn't record that locally. No, I wouldn't have been able to because like I can't just speak over us playing Bed Wars. We had god tier comms. We were, if you pay attention, we won all the matches, every single one.
Every single one.
Yeah, not counting the last one, we won all.
We just showed the losers POV.
Yeah. Oh, that's so mean to Liam. Yeah, we just showed the losers POV.
Yeah, that's the only thing we showed.
Yep.
We were the winning team every single time we played.
It's true. And we had godlike callouts like it's like that one video where the guy's talking to his girlfriend over the phone. He's like, four guys following you. Oh, you're knocked. Ooh, you're bad. That was us.
For sure.
No, like literally. That was us. Like sometimes we would be like, guy following you, guy in bed. Oh, never mind. That was after he broke the bed. That was the first time I touched Minecraft in a year.
I think same here. Like there was like the 2 seconds for like the that one server, but that there's also, speaking of game callouts, I think I have to be like one of the worst givers of callouts because they're just too general.
Yeah, I know. A friend of ours complained about that yesterday. You're like incoming, and then he gets hit immediately. You're like, where? What?
I say incoming because we are playing Deep Rock Galactic.
That's a good thing, actually, that we could record for a different video.
Yeah, funny dwarf game. But so I was running through a tight hallway, and I see a shellback running towards me. Well, not running, but barreling towards me. So I move to the side and dodge it. And I say, incoming, because like my teammate is on the other side. Like he's just around the corner. So I didn't want him to get hit.
He got hit.
But my friend thought that incoming would have meant like 2 grunts or something like that. Which like I don't think I ever give like callouts unless it's something like important. Like the only callouts I mainly do is whenever I see a bulk death.
For clarification, does that count as a call out? Oh, I guess
really.
if it's only for that one instance, sure.
Like I visibly like abstract in horror whenever I see a bulk death. Whenever I see a shellback, I'll just say like incoming or something. Like because like it has a priority, but it's not as big as like Oppressor, like Praetorian
Mm-hmm.
bugs in there. It's just like, oh, it's just a bug. Watch out,
I pop off when I get
incoming.
a bulk debt.
And then he got his face branded as the shellback knocked him down because he's at
Yeah.
low HP.
And then he's basically at 1 for the rest of that mission.
Yeah.
And honestly, bit, but skill issue. I wouldn't have gotten hit. I'm immune to damage.
I mean, like, who stays still when someone tells you incoming? Like, that's what he said he did. He's like, oh, it's okay. It's just incoming. I shouldn't have to move. I can continue mining this egg, and then he gets hit. Honestly, I don't feel like I'm in the fault here. I still said something to warn him beforehand.
I think it's mutual fault.
Fair enough.
Like, personally, I would have just said, hey, you're gonna fucking die, nerd. Because, that's how I always speak. And I'm a very kind and generous and kind person, and kind and generous and kind. But,
Yeah, generous and kind.
some of those adjectives, yeah, maybe. But I don't actually know where I was going with that. But yeah, maybe a little more like description, like behind you or run
Well,
behind.
I I do say like behind you or run, but most of the time he just stands there for an extra second. I think it's kind of funny, but like,
Okay.
uh,
Yeah, I see it. I get it.
sometimes sometimes it just don't work, and that's one of those times.
Yeah. That's a good philosophy in life, and I believe it is also true. Let's see. Next up, talk about Final Fantasy. All right, so I'm falling back on good old reliable D&D.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Oh
gonna say about D&D?
no.
Yeah, you don't. That's because I only just decided that. Jacob, do you have any builds that are evil? Not your current
uh,
one. I don't think your current one's evil. The character's funny.
man, evil builds.
Yeah, like a divination wizard pattern.
I actually don't think of evil builds that often. I think of like optimal and cool builds, but evil, not not that often. I know like divination wizard is like the cruelest thing you can ever subject the DM to.
Is
Uh,
it? I think it's pretty
y-
funny.
maybe, but like I think you can like totally make that worse by just going get divination wizard and then like getting the Circle of Stars Druid, Wayne or Woe,
Oh, 100%.
and then like also be halfling lucky,
Yeah,
bountiful
or
on
like
everything,
so no,
and
what I was no, yeah, you're right, you're right. Go ahead.
then like I think another subclass that gets rid of I think uh is it eloquence that gives you the ability to subtract other people's saving throws with your bardic die?
I think it's is that what has cutting words?
Y- let me check. Let me check part supplies.
I'm not
It might be
sure.
cutting
The
word.
problem is you need to take 3 levels in that, and I don't think that's worth it because at 17th level, don't you get your first level signature spell? And
Yes.
having unlimited silvery barbs, in my opinion, is
Yes,
worth it.
eloquence is unsettling words, and it's at third level.
Yeah, yeah, that's not worth it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
just taking bard for like inspiration, pretty good.
yeah.
And I I looked through some of this beforehand, and then I actually told myself to stop. It could have been worse. I was looking through magic items. I don't remember what it was, but I found
Mhm.
one that I found a few that just like help with rerolls and stuff, or like
You want to hear my favorite uncommon magic item
I am
in the
aware.
entirety of D&D?
Yes.
The Hellfire weapon. What?
It's so
What
funny.
bastard thought of like allowing this piece of equipment to fall into a player's hands.
It's
For like
uncommon.
it's an uncommon item, and it's like any design of weapon forged out of like demon iron or whatnot. And its special feature is that whenever you kill someone, their soul is sent to Avernus and transformed into a demon, no matter their like moral alignment
Yep.
whatsoever.
Wait, it's transformed into a demon?
Yes, yes. It is transformed into like a low level like CR 1/2 demon called a Lemur
Oh my god, you're right. That's a devil.
devil.
Devils versus demons. Don't be racist.
Hmm. But then like I also have like there's another like common magic item that I think is funny. It's just a helmet that whenever you wear it, your eyes glow red.
That kind of based.
There's so many like weird and goofy magic items. Like also, why is the helm of teleportation a rare magic item?
No, that's what I was thinking. When our friend Zane said our backup characters can have a very rare and two rares, I'm like, or something along those lines. I'm like, my man.
That's like 3 teleports a day.
Yeah. And we don't even have teleport accessible yet in that campaign.
Teleport is a 7th level spell.
Yep. And
7th.
we have 6, right? Oh, we're pretty close to 7s.
We're close to 7ths.
I'm close.
But
I guess you are too, yeah, because you're fish.
Well, you're getting spared. Spoiler alert. You're getting spared for a few sessions.
Oh, we're not getting him yet?
Not you're no, I'm bringing in a temporary character to help spur things along because my fish man is more of a he works better if he was permanent when he came in.
I agree with that, yeah.
So I'm bringing in a temporary character, a bit character, but somehow I hit the lines of world building lore character
It
to come in.
happens. It happens.
Like I have like one picture that I'll send you of what he looks like.
No. I'm gonna be spoiler free.
Oh, spoiler free? Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. There was a lot of build concepts in mind. One of the possible ideas was a punch ranger.
That sounds bad.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, I had pretty good. It was okay, but now it's better and funnier. And you'll see that when his next session ends.
Yeah, I believe you there. Yeah, I was so bro, my backup character for that campaign is a Hellraiser. Apparently I also wrote something that was within the bounds of his world.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's funny.
I mean, like, you wrote something serious that was within the bounds of his world.
Yeah.
I wrote something as a bit that was within the bounds of his world.
No, well, that makes it. He has a bunch of bit stuff. But hey, and also that's gonna happen. Like the character, your backup character for my campaign, you hit on something that I have made.
Cool. That's good to know.
Yep. Don't worry, I have plans for everybody. And just so
Man,
you know, you shouldn't have to pull them out if you die. I have a plan to give you a little leeway because I honestly I like compared people's backstories and I looked at yours and I'm like, where are the upsides? So I'm giving you a little upside.
Give me a little upside, so if I die, I come back in like 3 days.
No, you're not Jesus. You're something else.
He's the devil.
It's Liam spoilers. If you watch this, you might want to skip ahead in like 30 seconds. It's like what Milo had. Not the same, but similar.
Oh.
And you're not getting the hand.
No, I don't want my charisma to get...
You can't just, you wrote that courage. You're not getting away from it that easily. I'm making you at least try.
Oh man, my charisma's gonna be so boned.
Your charisma? No, no, no. That's not how that works. It's something similar but different.
Okay.
And it depends on character choices. You can just say no.
I can just die.
Yeah,
He would want to live.
that's why I chose it. And that's very instrumental. But what was I?
Although, like, sorry, Liam, but like, if
No,
the
Liam,
if
you're allowed to listen now. Anything else Jacob discusses is at his own.
if the thing does happen,
You turn into a kraken. I mean, squid monster.
no, not you two, not even the DM. Come on.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I know what it is.
I know you know what it is,
Hey,
and
you technically don't know what it is. You've never seen it.
I said I know you know.
Yeah, it could be
I
a squid.
I
It's an octopus.
I swear to God.
I'm God.
Damn it. Anyways, if the event does happen, I feel like reasonably, Zane's character, Liam's character, every other character's like, who the hell is this guy? I don't want to be next to this guy, and just like ditch him.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be like a reasonable response.
they're already mega suspicious of you right now. Anyways.
Yeah. Zane's character is already like staring daggers at him for existing.
Well, it's because you got kidnapped or they tried to kidnap you.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I have an idea of why. I mean, I think I know why, but I don't
No,
think my
shoot a
character.
hypothesis. I'm curious.
Well, I can't because it requires going with the backstory stuff.
Be
But
spoiler free.
in a certain instance, upon the second event happening, with there was a lone survivor I mentioned that had negative relations with my character after the event, and such character
And
was
he would be related to an
in
imposing criminal underground from a different city that
an influential mercantile business, which could have connections to underground things.
I mean, I think you were told that this underground is not part of the one that is in the pocket of the city you're in, and is like it's odd that they're there.
Yeah, which makes sense because like the guy was different continent.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So I want you to think about that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody on a different continent, especially that continent.
Well, yeah, you did mention now that it's hard for people to leave.
That
that
one
continent.
that is a continent that is currently under
lockdown.
yeah, not completely intentionally, but like if you leave, you might get eaten by a dragon.
Yeah. So actually, it was a thought. I mean, like it's probably not it.
You guys should remember the mechanics that I have made, and that's all I'll say. Anyways, in my opinion, Blade Singer College of Swords, you can get some crazy high AC.
Are you talking about the? I think you're talking about like the Ethos Pathos thing, right? For the mechanics you have made, Ethos Pathos logos.
I made many
That's-
mechanics.
That's the only ones you've given us.
Yeah. I'm not gonna outright give you an answer. I'm just saying you guys are like pulling at like you're shadow boxing right now. I'm not pulling in any mage.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
I lied.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
I mean,
and I'm
maybe.
sure
Yeah, you
by
should.
the end of the next session, my character will be either be dead or deserted by everyone
As
else.
a DM who will be planning sometime tomorrow or late tonight, what's your guys' plan?
I think our current plan, or at least Zane's character's plan, is like, hey, we're gonna go infiltrate this like thieving this bounty hunter guild area, and we're gonna find out why
Not a
I'm
bounty
being
hunter
targeted.
guild.
Not bounty hunter, that or underground. Oh, the cross. Fuck. Notebook. I had it all written down.
Taking notes, that's good.
It was like the. It's like the code. You know, the code goobers.
That's the encryption.
The encryption. Yeah. I feel like we're gonna go in there. We're gonna like, accidentally end with like some lives lost, trying to figure out the truth. My character might kill the guy who really knows to keep it hidden. If it's really that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Something along those lines.
How long? So you're going to infiltrate an enemy hideout, get answers, and then
participate in the fun tournament you have planned. Yeah,
it's not completely planned yet. Okay.
Well, the fun tournament. Do the second part, but
All right. What if that dungeon's really long, and do you feel like it's worth it? Or what if you find that, and then you find a separate lead that you have to go deal with?
Well, that'll be decided upon at that time.
Okay.
Because I don't speak for 5 people.
Okay, but what is your personal inclination?
My character would not want to follow the lead to avoid dragging on suspicion on himself.
Okay. Even if it's a lead unrelated to that, maybe, probably.
If it's unrelated, maybe. If it seems too dangerous, probably not.
Okay.
A bit of a coward. He's pragmatic. And he
What's
really
your passive perception?
It's like 20.
Okay. I love passive perception. Yeah, but
my passive perception for my backup, well, my temporary is 23.
Wait, that has a high wisdom?
My temporary character? Yeah.
Oh, that one. Your temporary. Sorry, I thought we were in my campaign thoughts right now.
For Zane's campaign,
yeah,
my temporary character has 23 passive perception. But my full backup has something higher.
Ooh, I have a really good topic. So, in our D&D group, me and some other co-host of this podcast that will not be named and will never be back here next episode.
Yeah.
We planned something called the Jenga one-shot. It was a murder mystery in D&D, which we incorporated Jenga in, and we had the most tense game of Jenga with like 9 people. Where me and that I'm just gonna say the bit's bad. It's a bad bit. Me and Liam, we co-DM'd that, and we played for like 3 other people.
7 hours.
That was my first time DMing. That was 7 hours.
It was 7 hours long.
Like on basically
no breaks. To work and came back. I had to go. I had like work for an hour that day. I'm not going to explain my work. That would be doxing myself. But like, I went to work.
Doxing. No, saying what your work is not doxing.
I part-time / intern at a veterinary clinic, and so it was a Thursday, so I went
at which address?
No. So I went to help clean cages and such. And then so it was like an hour long. And I came back and it was still going.
You came back like right at the boss fight.
I came in right at the end.
Yeah. Which our friend Zane, he played Strawn von Zarovich, the blood hunter werewolf vampire.
Yeah. Who is also now, fun fact, you can write fan stories about just Strahd von Zarovich and D&D Beyond, or like Wizards of the Coast can't copyright you anymore.
Oh, really?
It's under the creative license.
Fuck, I can make my smut now.
I played a pretty standard character. I just played a guy who was there to heist a ring. And the time I was gone, someone else got trapped within that ring.
Yep. Even though it's not quite within the rules, I did Glyph of Warding and then Soul Jar. So when whoever was playing that character opened it, they got trapped in the ring.
I honestly, I think high upcasting Glyph of Warding to allow higher level spells, it's fine.
Well, you could do that. It's just it specifies like targeting parameters, and I
Oh,
was slightly ignoring those targeting parameters.
okay.
But I thought me and Liam thought it was really funny. But we would have made you play it out longer, or them play it out longer, but like, or find some way to do it. But we were already on like hour 6, and you guys had like 3 more rooms. One of them we had to veto.
What was the room that was vetoed?
So the room that we vetoed was a room with an anti-magic barrier where a single spell could be cast, Silvery Barbs. There were 2 doors on the other end that were holding switches to open the way forward.
Okay, never mind. Yep. I remember this.
I want to tell us for the viewers. They we reused it in my next thing that I co-DM'd, where I helped Liam finish out his campaign's boss battle.
Which was so sick, by the way.
Thank you.
They skipped the second big fight because it went on until 3 in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, I'm working.
It was longer than the Jenga one.
It was my, and honestly, that's I was worried that would be my DM style. And also, it seems that Liam likes to do it as well. Wow, we're on a tangent. But the room with the Silvery Barbs doors, the doors had 30 AC. They had proficiency in all saving throws. I think they had like 40 health or 30. And they had a legendary action that gave them their reaction back. So whenever people tried to hit them, they just Silvery Barbed. And it was so toxic that because we were on hour like 6, we're like, we'll just cut this and reuse it somewhere because it's evil.
Yeah.
We used it there. But so Liam and I are making a follow-up, spiritual successor.
I really want to co-DM one of these with you. It's just so
we can do our own, because this is the me and Liam like genre. Trust me, I have plenty of times and places in my campaign that we can have a setting of some goofy one-shot. But we're doing the darts one-shot.
Yeah.
Where darts somehow involved.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I haven't even made a character for that yet.
Yeah, you're fine. We haven't planned it fully even. We're just... Wait, what were we doing? I'll have to relook at that document. No, we know what the darts part is. But... Oh, we will actually, yeah, you should make a character because we're trying to wait for people to have characters before we start doing stuff.
That's right. I can do that after this podcast. We'll just talk about it.
Yeah, but we're doing double that, and I may have put a lot of Fate references in this. I'm on a Fate kick right now. I'm currently writing OCs of our friends as Fate servants.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
By the way, I have a whole... Yeah. Well, maybe if we ever have another solo episode like you and me, I'll talk about multiverse lore. Or if there's ever a time where neither of you can record, I'll talk about multiverse. I could talk about I will pull up the document and go through it with people. Because that's like...
Multiverse lore is the whole episode.
Yeah, although... I don't know if I can actually... Yeah, I can't use that because I have real images of people in there. I will just go over the Fate stuff right now during that. But yeah, there's a lot of Fate references. Saber from Fate, the main Saber, may be in there somewhere in some capacity as a main character. But
I can't wait for my multiverse lore to come out. It's probably like on the bottom of the priority list.
But... Jacob, I choose whoever I have an idea for.
I don't bring ideas to the table.
I haven't done one for Liam, and you'd think he'd have an idea. I only really did this because I don't know why. I started writing a short story about Matthew's Skyrim character, and I said, wait, this should be the new multiverse lore.
Yeah.
And then I put it in the Fate world and made him an altar servant.
Yeah, I should have realized it whenever, like, Like I assumed it was you, but like I remember in that big like long expanding like document where you talked about like all the different characters. Like I don't remember Jackson playing a D&D character that was like an alchemist.
Yep. I'm talking about
Man.
Matthew's Skyrim runs. That's what we still have to. We should talk about Matthew and his Skyrim runs before, like, just the
That's
way he plays
that's
Skyrim is
the way he
just
plays Skyrim is unique.
he
But
plays
that's
it like a
also
challenge run
for
every
the
time.
next episode.
No, we still have plenty of time.
We still have plenty of time.
Yeah, we still have like 10 minutes.
We have like, I guess we can talk about the beginning of his saga.
Let's
The first run.
yeah. Oh, Matthew's my favorite person in the world. Just Jacob, you take the wheel. Explain it.
All right. Now, imagine your standard Skyrim playthrough. You're walking around. You're like shooting spells or like, selling your unused items. All the while making sure you never go over that inventory cap because obviously, whenever you go over encumbered, you lose out on a lot of features such as fast travel and sprinting, and you're like extremely slow and an easy to hit target. Matthew, however, on his first documented run of Skyrim by us, did a stealth archer build that took everything. Everything. Every book, every cup, every spoon, every piece of armor, every weapon from every single corpse, location, room in the game. He was over encumbered for about 50 levels of his about 20 to 30 hours of gameplay. He was just over encumbered in Skyrim. And he mitigated this by crouching and aiming his bow to move slightly faster. So, not only was he over encumbered, but like he played the entire game without fast travel because he was so dedicated to the huge score he would make after selling all those items. Which turned out to be like a pretty hefty sum. Like I think he got like 60K in one selling. But it's just like
We once
I
had
think
him drop every item in his inventory and it crashed the game.
that's true. He dropped every single item and it crashed the game.
It also took about like 10 minutes to have him drop every item.
That's also true. It took him like 10 minutes of spamming the keys in order to drop every item.
He had over 100,000 pounds.
Yeah, he had like several tons of equipment on him. Like, his. I'm pretty sure. I think his weight negative overflowed.
Really?
I think it overflowed. I think it did. Or maybe it was gold amount, but I think one of those values hit an integer overflow and went negative.
It wasn't his potions and stuff?
No.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
But like this man started the game and was like, "Alright, I'm going to pick up everything." And became this like walking like mound of junk everywhere he went. Because of all the several times body weight he had.
Yeah. Anyways, I made all his runs, while they're not that bad, they have some type of like limitations that, and he's not like running challenge runs like. Well, at least he wasn't too much at first. He like has a story that goes along. He like role plays it.
He plays Skyrim not like a player, but like an actual character.
Yeah, and he thinks of them as actual people. So when some runs he just like has and then gets rid of.
Yeah,
So
in some runs, he gets to a point and then retires the character.
yeah, it's like a Gloomhaven campaign.
He's just like, all right, I've done all that I need to for this character. He is officially retiring.
And so like I'm like, oh, they're treated like real people. Let's make a short story about how they're just left abandoned and how their lives are like mixing together. And then I started. It's not
An
the.
ARG.
And then I had them do an ARG to figure out what was happening. They were right. It was like multiverse immediately. Like he's back on his bullshit because that's what I said.
That was like the first thing I guessed was back on his bullshit.
Yeah. Next time, I'm not. It's gonna obviously be. I'm gonna have you guess what it's based off of. Because this time it was Fate, and I knew nobody would get that. But next time, I'm gonna go crazy, and also plan more in advance because we also went like on a trip together. So while people were here, like I was working on it, and I'm like, oh yeah, nobody's gonna look at this. But I'm gonna have it all planned. Gee, I had another thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, but Jacob, we could do a one shot sometime. That is absurd.
Yeah. I think it would be pretty funny. The most recent one where Liam the twist with Liam was like genuinely surprising because I forgot that you had planned it together beforehand. And I was like, oh, he's just playing a character. Okay. The
Mm-hmm.
one with the Fey War and all that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we planned it like a way ahead of time. He had a stat block, and we planned it the day.
That one also went on for 3 hours, but that was our fault.
Yeah,
Not
that was
yours.
not my fault.
That was our fault. Mostly me for
You
being
held back 3 people with just a fire elemental.
I held back 2 builds that were designed for taking down magic users.
Yep.
And I took down one of them and scared the crap out of the other one. That was fun.
Oh shit, wait a minute. I have to move my car from my parking garage. But
Why?
because there's an event going on, but I can't hmm. I don't know where I can take it.
Oh.
Where can I relocate it? On. I can look at that later because we are almost actually we're at 58 minutes. I'd say that's a pretty dope time.
Bake to you.
Bake to you. That's not. That's all for today, folks. And remember, don't forget to preheat the oven.